we have to, talk about as regards to whose fault, is this particular one, who should we hold accountable to that particular one, and who should even prove, if the certificate is forged or not. Now, when it comes to that of INEC's, portal, INEC decided to upload, a blank, a form, a form that was, given to them, or perhaps we can't even say it was an oversight, because for them to actually, upload something, it means that they've actually done their proper scrutiny, and we didn't see primary and secondary. This is raising concerns, and of course, that being said, I'd like you to, talk about, a forged certificate and forgery, from the legal perspective as regards to section 137 of the Nigerian Constitution. I'd like to give me a broader picture. In this particular, a situation where we are, or where we find ourselves, we've heard several kinds of forgery, being laced around the ruling party. And the main concerns, while some people are actually saying, why is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, bringing it up now? Of course, this conversation surfaced in 2023, and afterwards, nothing was done. So should this be, a kind of a visitation or August visit? It is only when, it is the politicking time that someone, should visit such situation, or let them just fix this once and for all. So, Barrister, I'd like you to give me the legal, stand as regards to all of this.
Thank you very much. The issue did not really start in 2023. It started way back in 1999. Because I remember that Chief Ganifa also raised this issue, and it was a very clear constitutional issue. Sadly enough, when Ganifa raised this issue, that was when Bola Tinubu approached Femi Falana to counter Ganifa. And what they used to settle that issue was Tory. Ganifa's car was smashed in the High Court premises, and that was how the case happened away. The reality is this. Under Section 12 of the NYSC Act, you must serve, you must go through the NYSC system if you want to enjoy employment in either the public or private arm in Nigeria. And working in government is public. So clearly, if you do not serve in the NYSC and you are qualified to serve, you should not only not be employed or be allowed to serve in the public or private, you also commit a crime for which you can go to 2 years imprisonment or pay some fine. So clearly, from Mr. Bola Tinubu's admissions in the past, he is claimed to have left Chicago State University 1989, which means he should have served. 1979, he should have served because he graduated after the NYSC Act came into being. And having not served, he has clearly committed a crime under Section 13 of the NYSC Act. Now, this is the fact. This is not arguments. This is from affidavit evidence of what Tinubu has said about himself. Now, the reality is, why has he not been raised? Why has he not been addressed ever since? And has not addressing it in the past 20 years made it now you cannot raise it up again? No. Yeah, it was because as it's now applying again to become president of Nigeria, that issue comes up automatically. So what Mr. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and his team are doing is the appropriate thing. We only hope that this time around.
Ready to lead the future of AI and business with a doctorate? Join the Doctorate in Business Administration.
Chief Justice Kudina Kekereko, who is the CJN of Nigeria, and the other judges that will be sitting over these issues should use this opportunity to brush out their stained image, because we're a country of flaws. One people mistake is this. They say it is only the NYSC Act. They forget that by Section 315 of the Nigerian Constitution, the NYSC Act is an integral part of the Nigerian Constitution. You can't amend it except by constitutional process. You can't remove it. That is why this joke Mr. Tinubu is doing about changing the structure of the NYSC is amount to nonsense. Because by Section 315 of the Nigerian Constitution, the NYSC Act becomes a part of the Nigerian Constitution. So those who are asking that, has he flouted the Constitution by not doing the NYSC, the answer in simple English is yes. Because NYSC Act being a part of the Nigerian Constitution, and Tinubu not fulfilling the purpose of the Act by serving or showing evidence of exemption from service, he is guilty and should not contest for presidency.
All right, Barrister.
No, No,
Barrister.
let me just conclude.
Yeah, because we're pressed for time, I would want you to respond to the Electoral Act situation. Can the Electoral Act, override that of the Section 137, in Constitution? I would like you to respond to that.
No. The Electoral Act gains its credibility from the Nigerian Constitution. That's why I said the NYSC Act is the Constitution of Nigeria.
Okay.
So it cannot be overridden by any portion of any other law.
All right.
That is subsidiary to the Constitution. Which means, before I close on this issue, you talk of externalization of the matter, like somebody taking the matter to the European Union. Let us remember that these same APC characters, in 2015, Muhammadu Buhari led a team which included some state governors, Rochas Okorocha, Adams Oshomole, and the sitting vice president, Kashim Shettima, to go and thank Barack Obama in the White House for helping to force them in Nigeria as rulers. Because clearly it was the Barack Obama regime, Democratic Party, that brought these characters into the country and they have messed up this country. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with externalizing it. Because already Bola Tinubu has seized Nigeria. He has, by contesting for election and by being in office, he has done a coup against Nigeria. Because what is a coup? A coup is when you rule Nigeria by any other means than what is prescribed in the Constitution. And if the NYSC Act is part of the Constitution, and Bola Tinubu, who did not serve, is ruling Nigeria, that means he himself is a beneficiary of a coup against the Nigerian Constitution. And it is ridiculous that some people are being tried in any place in Nigeria for trying to do a coup against a coup. Because you cannot steal from a thief. This man stole his way into government and he's ruling us. He's messing up Nigeria. And we're still here debating whether he should contest or not. Now, the INEC guy who said he's not questioning any issue, any primary school or secondary school, is only mocking himself. Already, there are existing affidavits that Bola Tinubu has deposed to. Affidavits don't expire. Those affidavits will still be used in this case. And I only appeal to Justice Kudira Kekerek. You have already gotten a stained image by the election petition judgment you ruled in Imo State, which brought this character, Hope Uzodinma, to be governor of Imo State. You have already done bad image on the judiciary by the last election tribunal results, which made Bola Tinubu, who is not qualified.
All right, Barrister, we're pressed for time. All right, Barrister. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barrister.